Hello, Lee Mountain from Mallett Buildings. Glad you could join us today. It's going to be an interesting show. We're going to probably finish up. Is this our last show for, we got one more. So we got one more on that, but something popped up this morning, and we're going to talk, I'm going to get to that in 2 seconds, but it's going to be an interesting intellectual fight about post-frame construction. So let me get started here. First of all, today we're going to talk about, I got 2 more to go on Fortify and his questions he sent to me. So let me get started. But before I get started, look what we got going on here. We had this morning, Anthony with Southern Style challenge, he didn't want to challenge me, but he challenged the world champion, Trent Clark, for an intellectual battle right here live. And all we're waiting for right now is for Brother Anthony to confirm the date and time, folks. Now look, y'all need to call him if you know him. Make sure he don't chicken out and he comes to this fight, because this is going to be a great fight. Here you go. Southern Style boys, Anthony himself. And over here, Trent Clark, the world champion. All right, so y'all stay tuned. Let's just hope he shows up, because I can't wait to see this fight. Now, let me get started today. All right. Now, if you want to call in, call 337-391-5060. We'll take you live, and everybody can hear us talk, and we'll answer your questions. All right, let's get started. All right. $500 discount every day. Military personnel, healthcare workers, educators, and first responders. We tell people we do it. My competitors say they do that, but they never advertise it, so I don't know if they're really doing it. You'll have to call and ask. All right. Then we got $1,000 off an Elite or Signature building. All you got to do is type it in cash. That's an automatic $1,000 credit when you come buy a building. There's the Signature style or the Elite style. Okay. I'm going to talk about a referral program, $200 check, whether you buy a building or not. All these people have sent their friends and received referral checks. We're very proud of that. All right, on sale, 30 by 30 by 12 for $21,999, only $24 a square foot. This is what you get. We're running this. This is going on until Saturday, folks, Saturday. All right, our 30 by 50 for $29.99, $19.99 a square foot. This is what you get. These are our value buildings. These are our 3-star buildings. And we have a 40 by 60 by 12 for $17 a square foot, or $41,999. These are great buys. These are our value building, our number 3. This is not my Signature or my Elite, but these are 3-star, whereas my competitors sell 1-star, because we put way more stuff in our buildings than they do. All right. All right, if you go to the Signature series, you'll see the yellow dots mean that this is what the value does not come with. 2-blade scissor trusses, 5-on-12, roof and wall insulation, 2 10 by 10 ropes, 6-year workmanship warranty. That does not come standard in a value, but it comes standard in a Signature. Now let's go to the Elite. Look at what we got to do. I need to say any more about it is the best building. Look at all the things you get, folks. All those green dots is what's now is in this that's not in the value or the Signature. And if it's on the screen, just look at what you get. This is the most powerful building in the business. It comes with all this. Folks, you can't beat it. 6-inch, 4,000 PSI slab, post protectors, roof and wall insulation, gutters, gutter brushes. I'm going to be running into dealing with gutter brushes. I've been doing some research about these gutter brushes versus that stuff they advertise that you don't have to, they're very expensive. But I'm going to do a special and tell you that this is the best way to go. It's impossible to stop that blockage. I got pictures. I'm going to show you something about these gutters. But anyway, let's move on. All right, we have a spec sheet on every building. You see, this is one, the Elite, the Signature, and the value. So you see, whenever we price match someone, every customer gets this when they call us. That's our spec sheet. And it's fixed to where they can call my competitors and ask them that. They can check it and then say, I'm going to send it to you, sign it. They sign that thing. You got a legally binding contract that they're going to have to give you this on a price match or to beat our bid. Because they're going to tell you they build the same thing as me. They don't build the same thing as me. They never will. So let's go on. Oh, here we go. Fortify. I think we got a segment coming up. You can fortify the front, but you can't the truth. Right? So let's see what we got today. Once again, this is all one group now. Everything that this bunch did, all is one. So they're all the same, okay? They are now because they're all one conglomerate. So whatever they did falls on all of them, okay? They're going to take the good with the bad, as one would say. All right, decoding, Cornerstone, out of state, not licensed, licensed less than 6 months, convicted violator. It is the facts. I'm going to talk about a guy who I don't know what he was talking about, but I'll get to him in a minute about the facts are the facts. I cannot change them. All this is public record. And folks, you know, they get upset because they don't want to tell you what's really going on with them. All right, Fortify Building Solutions, sulfur, with the great service, well, and materials. Well, they're one of their companies called Cornerstone, right here. And that's also where Fortify is too. They're sister to this or something. Hard to figure them out. 380 total complaints in the last 3 years, 145 complaints closed in the last 12 months. But hold on. Great service, great materials. Don't look like it, folks, does it? Now, for those people that are his friends that like to chime in, it's a factual statement, isn't it? Now, Fortify has been a licensed contractor for less than 6 months. This is from the LSLBC site. 9/10/24 is the effective date. So for those people who call in, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, he's only been there 6 months. I've been doing it for 26 years. Factual statement. Facts, facts, facts. Transparency on facts. See what else we got here. And residential contractors. Today is September the 7th. This is minute, but just kind of says a little bit about him, right? So let's look at it. He didn't get to 9/10. Yet he was advertising he was on 9/7 or whatever it is. It's minute, but it does mean something that they don't really care if it's true or not true, I would think. Now, that's all factual, folks. To his buddies out there, because most of the ones who call in, they're friends with him. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But don't start telling me that I'm bashing or I'm not being truthful, because it's all documented, every last bit of it. All right, Cullen Hamilton. This is a comment from Tuesday. Competitiveness is one thing, but falsely accusing a business and defacing the names of good people that work hard to bring very nice products is another very classist act, in my opinion. I'll feel bad for him in business with these type of people. The problem with Mr. Hamilton is I think he's friends with somebody at Fortify. And what he doesn't understand is falsely. There's no falsely here. I'm going to go through this and show you what's going on. But everything we put on here, it's factual. Now, I don't think Mr. Hamilton's done his homework, because if he did, he'd find everything we say public record, public record. And it happened. Now, let's be clear. We're not accusing anyone of anything that isn't backed by verifiable facts. The information we shared comes directly from public records available throughout the Louisiana Secretary of State and Louisiana State Licensed Board of Contractors. Our goal is to ensure customers are fully informed before making a major investment. Why? Because if Mr. Cullen would come to Baton Rouge, and I've been there 15 years, I've been chairman for 7 or 8, he would see people getting hurt because they don't know the whole truth about some of these guys. Information becomes very powerful in making a decision on your building. Does anybody really want to know if you broke state law? Does anybody want to know where their facility is? I mean, I get a kick when his friends get on here and try to act like we're doing something bad. The only one doing something bad here is these guys that are getting caught breaking state law, not being in business, no facility, breaking all 5 red flags, folks. Let's continue. Additionally, we provide a side-by-side comparison that highlights discrepancies between what was promised by a competing salesman and what was actually being sold. That isn't defamation. It's called transparency. Now, I know his friends don't like to hear the truth, but the truth is the truth. It's documented by facts. We believe that customers deserve honesty and will continue to advocate for truth and accountability in this industry, because as Chairman of State Contractors Board, our objective, and there's over 27,000 contractors that we supervise, is to make sure that they're not doing anything to hurt customers, or John Q. Public, Mr. Cullen, or whoever else is his friend that wants to come in. I don't mind you, but get your story straight. Don't say things about us unless you got some facts. Okay? We had a gentleman get here the other day from Lake Arthur. All he could give was his opinion. I said, what's your question? What's the facts I need to dispute here? He had nothing except his opinion. Opinions, you know, I can put 10 attorneys in a room and they all have different opinions on the same law. Opinions are not factual. That's an opinion. Now, an opinion with factual basis, that's another story. Let's keep going. And here we go. Mr. Cullen, what's not true about this? All these companies by reach have not been in business 12 plus years, 20 plus years. Admin license is 23, not accredited by BB, don't have 500 plus reviews, don't have a legitimate facility except the ones that are checked. Oh yeah, Fortify's got that. But look at this. Oh, did you know they were all out of state? Did you know all that money that they collect? The only part that stays here is their payroll. The rest, gone. Out of state. How does that help our community? But look at this. I mean, what is it? What is it that you're talking about, sir? You see, folks, no facts. Just trying to defend something that's not right. Because this is factual, and we can back it up 100%. And I had to look, well, Mr. Lee Screw built the best buildings in the South, top-notch quality material, post-protection. You can't beat them out. I totally agree with it. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, now we're going to get back to this Mr. Cullen guy. Mr. Cullen doesn't seem to understand. Over here, that salesman said 26 gauge, 4-year workmanship warranty. Well, Mr. Cullen, let's go back over here and look at what he put in his quote. 29 gauge, but he said 26 when the customer sent him that. And no warranty, but he checked 4-year warranty over here. I call that kind of deceptual, don't you? Huh? So if you're going to start all this mess, you need to get your factory, because wait till you see this one. Now, this is what he quoted before he saw my quote sheet or my spec sheet. Now look what he did. 4-inch, 4,000 microfiber. He checked, that's what he got. Over here, concrete reinforcement, wire mesh. Somebody ain't telling the truth. Now, let's get back up here. All roof purlins are 2x6 number 1 kill-dried MCA, ground-treated lumber, spaced 24 inches apart. Well, over here, they're 2x4s, not 2x6s. I guess he made another mistake. I don't know. I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's intentional. And anybody that does this kind of stuff ought to be watched like a hawk. Let's see what else he did. Standard kill-dried MCA. Well, got a call coming here, but that's my other phone. I'll catch it later. Let's keep going. All right. Once again, he puts 29 gauge when it's 26 gauge. Okay? 6x6 post-treated. He doesn't say anything else is treated. Very deceiving here. Let's get down here. No dirt work, electrical, or plumbing will be done by Fortified Building. So, well, who are you buying this building from? Buying a kid? Wait, well, I don't know. Concrete in the post hole is optional at the customer's expense. So you see, over here, we put it for free. Over here, you have to charge. So that's another little game they play. I got my day in court with the guy who ran off with my money. He admitted to using my down payment to pay his mortgage gift. Now, you see right there, Mr. O'Brien is a prime example of what these guys can do to you with this silly mess. You need to check those red flags so that he finally got to court. Read what he said. Finally got to court. The guy admitted to using his down payment to pay his mortgage versus getting materials and drawings. That's what they do. And you know what? I see this stuff all the time in Baton Rouge when I'm before that board. But you see, Mr. Cullen, these friends of these guys who break state law, they defend him. But I guarantee you, Mr. O'Brien, when he took his money, had to go to court to get it. How would y'all like to be like Mr. O'Brien? How would you feel? You put faith in the guy. He's telling you a lot of things. You give him your hard-earned money, and he runs with your money. Who condones that? And let me tell you something. You'll see. I'm going to get on all of them here in a minute. I know they don't like it because they're not going to tell you. They don't want you to know this mess. Why? Because you won't do business with them. They have to hide behind something to convince you, oh, I'm this, I'm this. I'm like Mallet. No, you're not. No, you're not. They're not. Now let's move on. So today, is this number 6? Yep. So since one of my sales reps sold mattresses in his prior career, he will never be a building salesman. That crazy because I know for a fact you have done more than just Mallet buildings. Lee Fuel has been in the building industry for 14 years, and you cannot discredit. Well, the difference between me and him is I went and got my license. The other difference is I was building prior to that for my own stuff. But this same guy you're defending right now, let's go back. Wait, let's go back. Let's go back. Whoa. Do we know that that's the guy we're talking about right here? If he's been in the business 14 years and he's still doing this crazy stuff, lying to people, misrepresenting people, what he's actually going to get because he's trying to compete with me, I think that says everything about him, don't you? My God, I cannot believe that you are going to defend him when he's still doing this silliness. That's probably why he's not working over here. I don't know. It's been a long time. But the fact is, he was a mattress salesman, and obviously, he hasn't had very good training because look what he's doing, folks. He's telling you one thing, and oh, no, you're going to get this too, but it's not in that contract. I don't know how you defend that. So let's keep going. Well, anyway, that's silliness. But anyway, clarifying our point. No one is discrediting Lee Fuel or his past experience. Our point was straightforward. There's a significant difference between general sales experience and specialized expertise in the post-frame industry. And there is. At Mallett Buildings, we exclusively specialize in post-frame construction for years, completing hundreds of projects annually. Unlike others who transition in from unrelated industries, our team is built from the ground up with deep hands, expertise specific in designing, engineering, and constructing post-frame structures. Let's set the record straight. Our intention wasn't to embarrass anyone. It was to emphasize that specialization counts. If that distinction feels uncomfortable, perhaps that speaks more clearly than we could. We stand confidently behind our proven track record and our dedicated, experienced team. Now let's just back up one more time, just to clarify. Remember, we're talking about the same guy who sent this to the customer, and when my customers or that customer sent this to him, he starts checking everything. Yet he's got 14 years of experience doing what? This kind of mess? Really? Well, folks, if you don't do business with somebody like that who tells you one thing, then comes over here and scratches things and says, oh, no, you get that too, but it's on the contract. You better watch yourself. Let's keep going. Addressing Tuesday's caller concern. You shouldn't be on the LSABC board because it's a conflict of interest. No, it is not. In fact, young man, and I happen to know you're a young man. I'm a man of 69 years old. I've been doing this for 26 years. I am an expert if you call me in the court of law, and you're not. Okay? So let's just start right there. Number one, do you know the makeup of the board? You do not. Actually, the makeup of the state licensing board is nothing but contractors from different segments. Okay? Because we're brought there to judge other contractors. So we have to know what we're talking about, young man. Okay? All boards are made up of people from either industries or from whatever segment of the board they're serving. Okay? So when you say that, that's not correct. But I'm going to carry it a bit farther for you. Let's carry it a little bit forward. All right, expertise and industry knowledge. Regulatory boards like the LSABC require leaders with direct industry experience. For your information, sir, 26 years puts me kind of in there, okay? To ensure that, then you've got to be licensed by 5 years, by the way, to get on this board. I don't know if you know that. Got to be a state licensed contractor, not a fake, like most of these guys were before I changed the law, to even serve on the state contractor board. Why? We need you to have that experience. All right. The decisions and policies they create are practical, informed, and effective. My decades as a licensed contractor uniquely qualify me to lead a regulatory body dedicated to contractor licensing and regulations. I don't think you can say that about yourself when you're making them comments over there. Now, across most regulated industries, medicine, law, real estate, and construction, regulatory boards commonly include experienced professionals to leverage their specialization knowledge. I hope that makes sense to you. Young man, didn't make that comment. It's not unusual and ethical. It's industry standard practice designed to benefit the public. You need to study before you come talking to me, because I'm going to tell you right now. I go back and I'm going to explain myself in detail anytime. You're welcome to call in, but get your facts straight, okay? Just like the guy that called in from Lake Arthur, he had no facts. He was just, well, in my opinion, what was the word he used? Everything's corrupt. Everything in Louisiana is not corrupt. It's not, but that's a broad statement. Yet he has no proof that anybody's corrupt except, well, that's what he thinks. And that's fine. You can think whatever you want to think. But folks, you got to know your facts. All right. Transparency and accountability. As chairman, I operate under strict state ethics rules and guidelines which clearly outline how conflicts of interest must be handled. Did you know that, sir? Young man? Any potential conflicts would be transparently disclosed and carefully managed. Servicing on a board doesn't mean an individual can unilaterally make decisions that benefit their personal business interests. Protection from the public. My role ultimately serves to safeguard consumers and ensure contractors throughout Louisiana meet rigorous standards. That's what we do at the State Licensing Board. The LSLBC benefits both the public and contractors alike by promoting fair competition, high standards of quality, and consumer confidence. Appointment and oversight. Board appointments, including mine, are made by the governor and require confirmation by the Senate. Oversight and adherence to state laws and ethic codes. This provides additional accountability and transparency. I hope I explained to you why you're incorrect. And if you'd like to call in and discuss it, you're more than welcome, or type in something, we'll get after it. Let's go here. All right. This is what you do. Anybody can file a complaint, and then it's investigated, and then it comes before the board. And this is where you go. Go to the LSLB site. This is where the majority of our information is derived as to whether or not they're licensed and if they've been convicted of breaking state law. What you got? Oh, Mr. Johnson. Well, Mr. Johnson, you know what's deceiving? Why don't you get on the phone with me and I'll straighten you up about that? Because you see, this man sitting right here works for me. When he came to work, his family bought a building. He told them to come over here. They ended up buying somebody else. I don't tell my people what they can do because I'm hoping hopefully they'll come back and buy me. But you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. So you better stay out of this conversation because you really, see folks, that's what you got here. This guy doesn't know what he's talking. He doesn't know the circumstance, nor does he care. He makes a statement. But what he doesn't understand, I tell my people, and they all got family members, if they want to go get bids, fine. I'm telling you, I'll have the best buy. On the contrary, I didn't get his. His name's Renee. You can ask Renee. I'll get him up here. That's happened 3 or 4 times in my life as a guy. But let me tell you something. The fact that we've been in business 26 years with over 20,000 buildings on the ground with reviews, what does it tell you about us? Don't listen to me. Listen to the people that buy from me. Go read my reviews. Go look at my service to the state. Huh? So before you start making your comments, you don't know enough about to even comment, to tell you the truth about it. Except you're listening to your buddy, I guess your buddies with Fortify, who I guess you condone to getting caught breaking state law, only been licensed for 6 months, and are deceiving people with those contracts. Why don't you talk about that? But I challenge you to come on here. Come make your case. Come bring your evidence. I get a kick. It's really amazing because you don't even know the whole story about it. What we got? Anything else?
Everything else is just...
Yeah. What's his name? What's that cat's name?
Alex Johnson, I think?
What's his name? Alex Johnson. I bet you're a friend of God Fortify. I bet. But you don't know what you're talking about. Let's check this out. I guess you don't want to see this either, Mr. Johnson. Right here. Reed's Metals owned by Fortify. Hold on. Maybe that's somebody. Hello?
Hey, Mr. Lee, you in the accountant office? It's ours.
No, I can't. I'm on. Call me. I was ready to do it. Let's go. Look at all these people. Mr. Johnson, they all been caught breaking state law. I wonder if they tell their customers, well, we made a mistake. All these cats have broke state law. All these cats, and we're going to go around here to your boy. Where's he at? Well, Fortify has only had his license as a state licensed contractor for 6 months. Now tell me, they've been operating for about 10, 12, 13 years? So I guess they were operating illegally, unlicensed, and you condone that. I guess you condone his representative or a salesman not being truthful. You really want to keep this going? Because, buddy, I keep it going. All their money goes out of state. You good with that too, I guess? So don't be defending these cats, okay? Community involvement, and that's what's going to be next week. All right? And what else we got? The battle of, well, we got to remember, hey, My man Anthony, who used to work here, by the way, is with Southern Style, has challenged Trent Clark to an intellectual battle on post-frame construction, I assume. All we're waiting for is him to confirm the date and time so that the fight can continue. You need to stay tuned as we get this, as this goes forward, and the champion or the challenger keeps challenging the champion. Hopefully he won't back out. Give him a call. Say, man, don't back out. You got to go live. You got to go live. You got to go live. Anthony, come represent your company. The champ's ready. He's waiting on you. All right. Oh, well, while we're on Southern Style, they've been convicted. Now, you know, Anthony is challenging the champion. Some of this might come up. You might be prepared how you're going to answer some of this. You're going to have to answer this where your location is. I mean, I'm kind of helping you here so that, because you know you're fighting the champ. The champ's going to be pretty well versed in what he does. So you need to watch yourself. You're also going to have to understand you've only been a state licensed contractor since 7/16 of 24. So, I mean, you know, you're challenging, you know, the welterweight. You know, you don't want to challenge the... Hey, Anthony, Todd Dye says, Anthony, don't back out. Be a man. Come on now, Anthony. We've got to do this. But be prepared. See, folks, we're going to enjoy this, aren't we? Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, I hate to tell you, Anthony, be prepared for this. This is y'all's place of business location. I'm trying to help you there. I know you're getting in the ring with the champ. He's going to be very well prepared. Folks, I'm trying to help him. I don't want to get knocked out in the first round. All right. And then you got to be prepared for this too, Anthony. You got to be prepared when they get right here on Southern Style. You got a lot of X's there. You got to be prepared to take it on now, man. Now look, I'm trying to help you because I don't want him to knock you out in the first 10 seconds because it's looking pretty bad right now to me. But anyway, let's see what happens. Let's keep going here. Oh, well, let me get on my sales. Hey, folks, y'all stay tuned. We're waiting for Anthony to come on board and take on Trent Clark, the intellectual battle of post-frame construction. So anyway, right now, come see us by Saturday. We're going to sell a 30 by 30 by 12 for $21,999, only $24 a square foot. Or we'll go with a 30 by 50 for $19.99 a square foot, $29,999. Hey, how about a 40 by 60, $17 a square foot for $41,999. These sales are good till Saturday, and you're buying from a company who's got all those checks on those questions. You get that for free. All right. We'll beat anybody's price by $1,000. Apples to apples, spec sheet to spec sheet. And that's great. Let me tell you the good news. You get all this for free. Because when you look at the scorecard, there's only one company that's checked all of them, and it's Mallet Buildings. And you get that for free. You get to do business with a company, been doing it for 26 years, and meets all this criteria. It's free. All right, what else we got? 24/7. I got a building special. You'll pick up the phone after 5, whatever time you want to call. We're here to serve you. Our competitors, I don't think they do that. We're open till Saturday till noon. I don't think they are either. We'll stay here all day if you want to make an appointment. We'll even come here after church on Sunday. Whatever's good for you. Okay? So keep that in mind. And let's see what I got. Got to talk about it again. Don't forget, we're waiting for the confirmation. I don't know who's representing him. Maybe we should try to contact his representative and see if they're going to confirm this battle here. But here's our boy, Anthony. It's Southern Style Boys going against Trent Clark, the standing champion at Mallet Buildings. Right here live, folks. Y'all keep telling him, come on, don't back out. Don't back out. What you got? All right, folks. We're having fun up here. It's always great to have fun and stay serious, but we're going to have fun with this because he challenged him this morning. And I said, well, hell, I'm going to tell everybody we're going to have a challenge. So anyway, stay tuned. You know, I'll be talking about it every day until he comes on board and knocks this thing out because we really need to see this. I'm sure y'all want to see it too. I sure do. I sure do. But anyway, give us a call at 337-515-2154 or call us our office, 337-214-0428. Thank you for listening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And Anthony, come on, we need that date and time. Take care, folks.